You got to be in here when we start. I am beating up on him tonight, aren't I? It's not intentional. There you go. The ones at 1 o'clock in the morning wake me up. So, on a serious note, we will get started and welcome everybody. If we could have a roll call, please.
Alderman Mayberry.
Here.
Alderman Spargatus.
Here.
Alderman Talanair.
Here.
Alderman Parker.
Here.
Alderman Shipp.
Here.
Alderman Geenan.
Here.
Alderman Clark.
Here.
Mayor Tomes.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you. If we could have a pledge of allegiance, please. A moment of silence.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Got a moment of silence, please? You might want to keep your thoughts on the people down in Parkland and their suffering. Thank you very much. We have number 5.
Minutes of the February 12th, 2018 meeting.
Approve the minutes as printed.
Second.
Moved in second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. Item 6.
Minutes of the executive session of February 12th, 2018.
Move to approve the executive session minutes.
Moved in second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carries. Item 7, update. We have St. Patrick's Day Parade. Man, years flying by. We're talking March already. The 2018 St. Patrick's Day Parade will be Saturday, March 17th, 2018, at 11:30 a.m., starting at 23rd Street and 4th Avenue in Rock Island. Parade floats, bands, vehicles, and walkers will head through downtown Rock Island, across Centennial Bridge, and continue its course through downtown Davenport. The Grand Parade is the only bi-state St. Patrick's Day parade in the U.S. You can visit downtownrockisland.org for updates and after parties. Underwater egg hunt. What will they think of next? The City of Rock Island Parks and Recreation Department will hold an underwater egg hunt on Sunday, March 18th, 2018, from 1 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. at RIFAC. There will be in age groups with children 4 and under, accompanied by an adult, starting at 1:15, and then 5 to 7-year-olds at 1:45, 8 to 10-year-olds at 2:15, and the deep end dive at 2:45. I guess that's for any age, maybe. In addition to the hunt, there will be other games, coloring contest, and photo booth. The fee is $5 per child for the event. For more information, please call 309-732-7275. Police Applicant Workshop. The City of Rock Island Police Department will have its second of 2 police officer applicant informational workshops on Wednesday, March 21st, 2018 at 6 p.m. The workshop will include an overview of the department as well as information related to the police applicant testing process. The police department is located at 1212 5th Avenue. If you have any questions, please call 309-732-2677. So there's that. And try to think that there was there one item I was going to was it 22? Yes. Yes. Actually, I failed to do this earlier. I am going to be pulling item 22 from the agenda. Item 22 would be pulled from the agenda. So everybody knows that. All right, we have proclamations. We have two of them. Women in Construction Week. I don't know if there's anybody here that would like to.
Proclamation declaring the week of March 4th through March 10th, 2018 is Women in Construction Week.
Okay, we have NAWIC, Quad Cities Chapter number 50, has distinguished itself for 55 years as the voice of women in construction in the Quad City area. And whereas the work done by the NAWIC, Quad Cities number 50, has benefited the Rock Island through community development and educational programs. And whereas NAWIC, Quad Cities Chapter number 1, Chapter 50, has unceasingly promoted and employment and advancement of women in the construction industry. And whereas the construction community, represented by NAWIC Quad Cities Chapter number 50, has been a driving force in fostering community development through renovations and beautification projects, promotion of skilled trades and careers, and a positive vision of the future. And whereas NAWIC Quad City Chapter number 50 has sought to achieve successful results for the Rock Island and the surrounding area in the cooperative spirit with other organizations. Now, therefore, I, Mike Tomes, Mayor of the City of Rock Island, do hereby recognize NAWIC Quad City Chapter number 50 and its many dedicated volunteers for its steadfast work on behalf and support of women in construction, and do proudly proclaim the week of March 4th through the 10th, 2018 as Women in Construction Week in the City of Rock Island, and encourage our citizens to congratulate the organization as its accomplishments. Thank you. You want to say something, or you're more than welcome to?
Yeah, if I could get a picture and then say something. Okay, perfect.
What would you like? Want to come in here? Or?
Yeah, that'd be great. Come on in.
Yes, if you'd like.
Yep, on behalf of the Quad Cities Chapter 50, I thank the City of Rock Island for this proclamation for WIC Week 2018. It's a time for our local chapters to give back to their communities. Chapter 50 does so during this year with its scholarship program and by partnering with local agencies such as the Humility of Mary, which will be volunteering March 10th, and Dress for Success and Winnie's Place. So thank you again for your support.
Thank you very much for your commitment. Item 9.
Proclamation declaring the safety of our children and youth as a high priority.
Okay. Whereas horrific school shooting on February 14, 2018, and the loss of 17 defenseless and innocent youth and their mentors at Majority Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, has shaken our community and the entire nation. And whereas it is a moral obligation of city leaders to hold the safety of our children and youth as a high priority, and whereas students and faculty of our schools deserve a peaceful and safe environment in which they can teach, learn, play, grow with joy, and excitement for the future. And whereas the root cause of such evil acts remains elusive, and whereas the occurrence of mass murder in our schools continues unchecked, and whereas methods, strategies, and tools of mass mayhem are readily available in the world of our youth. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the City of Rock Island, Illinois, will commit itself to take the lead of our Gander Quad City community in a relentless quest to eradicate violence against our youth and being assured security to our schools. Further, that the city and its leaders will proactively participate in any effort to uncover the root causes of these evil acts, get ahead of them, and work to provide the resources required forever prevent them. We hereby call upon every corner of our citizenry, families, educators, school districts, officials, business leaders, faith leaders, policymakers, and members of the law enforcement to join us and begin the hard, complex, and most important work of assuring our youth and children can go to school, discover the wonders of our world without fear, and come home to their families happy and full for their life to come. Dated this 23rd day. I also have bracelets that I've given each council member that came from down Parkland, down in Florida. They've been using this as a fundraiser and recognition down there. And so I had these brought up and for representation. Because once again, it's to remember it's there, but that then brings it back home, that things aren't as far away sometimes as you think. It affects a lot of people, and I appreciate everybody's support and thought in this area. And once again, we need to work on protecting the youth and in any which way it can. So, thank you very much. Item number 10.
A special ordinance granting a special use permit at 2832 Fifth Street.
Move to consider, suspend the rules, and pass the ordinance.
Second.
Moved and second. Is there any discussion?
My employer, the Day Foundation, this building we're talking about was the headquarters for the Bear Manufacturing. It was built at their 50th anniversary as their headquarters in Rock Island, and I'm glad it's going to be repurposed and used.
Good deal. Any further comment? Roll call, please.
Alderman Mayberry.
Yes.
Spargettis.
Yes.
Talon-Air.
Yes.
Parker.
Aye.
Ship.
Aye.
Geenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays, motion carried.
Item 11.
A resolution approving an amended employment agreement with the city manager and authorizing the mayor to execute the contract documents.
Move to adopt the resolution.
Second. Moved and second. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Mayberry.
Yes.
Spargettis.
Yes.
Talon-Air.
Yes.
Parker. Ship.
Aye.
Geenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays, motion carried.
Item 12.
Claims. First I will do A through C. A, report from the Human Resources Department regarding payment in the amount of $21,901.06 to HCC-SIR of Detroit, Michigan for general liability claim. B, report from the Information Technology Department regarding payment in the amount of $11,309 to DLT Solutions Incorporated of Herndon, Virginia for the Autodesk annual subscription. And C, report from the Information Technology Department regarding payment in the amount of $28,079.14 to Harris Govern of Chicago, Illinois for the annual maintenance contract for business licenses, permits, and inspection system software.
Move to accept the reports and authorize payments as recommended for items A through C.
Second.
Moved and second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Mayberry.
Yes.
Spargettis.
Yes.
Talon-Air.
Yes.
Parker.
Aye.
Ship.
Aye.
Geenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays, motion carried. Now I will do D and E. Report D, report from the Public Works Department regarding payment number 4 in the amount of $240,516.64 to Langman Construction Incorporated of Rock Island, Illinois for the Outfall 6 Basin Separation Project for services provided from December 2nd, 2017 through January 5th, 2018. And E, report from the Public Works Department regarding payment number 6 in the amount of $339,736.49 to General Constructors Incorporated of Bettendorf, Iowa for the Outfall 7 relocation project for services provided from January 1st, 2018 through January 31st, 2018.
Move to accept the reports and authorize payments as recommended for claims D and E.
Second.
Move to second. Any discussion?
I will be recusing myself from this vote due to the nature of my employment.
Roll call.
Alderman Mayberry.
Yes.
Spargattis.
Yes.
Talanair.
Yes.
Shipp.
Aye.
Geenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays. Motion carried.
Item 13.
Claims for the weeks of February 9th through February 15th in the amount of $786,607.05. February 20th in the amount of $144.27. And February 16th through February 22nd in the amount of $393,878.57. And payroll for the weeks of January 29th through February 11th in the amount of $1,500,185.27.
Motion to allow payroll and claims.
Second.
Move to second. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Mayberry.
Yes.
Spargattis.
Yes.
Talanair.
Yes.
Parker.
Aye.
Shipp.
Aye.
Geenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays. Motion carried.
Item 14.
ACH payments for the month of January 2018 in the amount of $4,595,068.79.
Motion to approve the ACH payments.
Second.
Move to second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Mayberry.
Yes.
Spargattis.
Yes.
Talanair.
Yes.
Parker.
Aye.
Shipp.
Aye.
Geenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays. Motion carried.
Item 15.
Purchase card claims for the period from December 27, 2017 through January 26, 2018 in the amount of $62,382.04.
Move to approve the purchase card claims.
Second.
Move to second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Mayberry.
Yes.
Spargattis.
Yes.
Talanair.
Yes.
Parker.
Aye.
Shipp.
Aye.
Geenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays. Motion carried.
Item 16.
Report from the Public Works Department regarding the purchase of 30 permanent and temporary right-of-way parcels for the 38th Street resurfacing project in the total amount of $16,896.
Move to approve the purchases recommended based on the items as stated in the report and refer to the city attorney for an ordinance.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion?
We talked about this earlier today in our study session. For those who drive 38th Street as regularly as I do, you know it's in significant need for resurfacing. And as it stands right now, the Illinois Department of Transportation has this on their budget and timeline for this year. Work may not begin this year, may begin in 19, but write your legislator, tell them that this is a priority for our city and we need it this year.
Okay. Need a roll call.
Alderman Mayberry.
Yes.
Spargattis.
Yes.
Talanair.
Yes.
Parker.
Aye.
Shipp.
Aye.
Geenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays. Motion carried.
Item 17.
Report from the Public Works Department regarding bids for the purchase of 160,000 paper yard waste bags for the 2018 Free Leaf Pickup Program, recommending the bid be awarded to Papco Industries Incorporated of Newark, New Jersey, in the amount of $54,240.
Move to award the bid as recommended and authorize the purchase.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion?
Yes, I have a question. I believe it said in the report that there was going to be some printing on the bag, Free Leaf Program, Rock Island, Illinois, something to that effect. Have we tried, this came up in a discussion some time back, but have we tried to sell any advertising on those bags to defer the cost of the bags? I don't know if any, is Larry here?
Well, he's coming up. It's interesting. They call it free bags as we're spending $54,000.
Right.
That's the annual joke.
Really pick up. That's good. Very well.
Yeah, no, we have not pursued at this point to do any advertising. It's still on our radar to do so, but not as of yet, no.
I really feel like we need to try to cut costs wherever we can. And I don't know how far back this was brought up, but I hope the next time it comes around, maybe we could have a local business or even a national chain might be interested in having their name splashed and some of their advertising splashed across those bags. There's quite a few of them that go out, and I guess I'll just keep pushing for that.
Sure. No, we'll make sure we look into it.
Thank you.
Sure.
Idea. We do need a roll call.
Alderman Mayberry.
Yes.
Spargettis.
Yes.
Talanair.
Yes.
Parker.
Aye.
Ship.
Aye.
Geenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays. Motion carried.
Item 18.
Report from the Public Works Department regarding the 2018 sod replacement and tree program, recommending extension of the 2017 sod replacement and tree program maintenance contract with Green Space Associates Incorporated of Bettendorf, Iowa, in order to perform the required maintenance through 2018.
Move to approve the contract extension as recommended.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Mayberry.
Yes.
Spargettis.
Yes.
Talanair.
Yes.
Parker.
Aye.
Ship.
Aye.
Geenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays. Motion carried.
Item 19.
Report from the Community and Economic Development Department regarding terms of a proposed development agreement with Matt Stern for financial assistance for the redevelopment of 309, 311, and 313 20th Street.
Move to approve the terms as recommended. Direct staff to work with legal counsel to draft a development agreement subject to minor attorney modifications and authorize the city manager to execute the contract documents.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion?
It seemed like that was really good news that we have some local person who's interested in continuing to develop downtown Rock Island.
Chandler, can you come up here, please? Sorry to make you walk. You guys should start sitting in the front row.
He needs the exercise.
Kind of like church.
Yeah. So I know the answer to the question, but for those listening at home and here, this is the same development agreement that was offered to the previous owner, Mr. Banowski?
Correct.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that that was clear. And then, do you know, is Mr. Stern planning to pursue National Register of Historic Places designation with this property? Take advantage of any tax credits?
That has not been part of our conversation.
Okay. Another example of if we had our entire downtown listed as a historic district on the National Register, he wouldn't even have to worry about it. He would be able to take advantage of the 20% tax credits.
Correct.
As it is. So let's keep on trucking on that project.
What's his time frame with this? When does he hope, after we get all our ducks in a row?
Once we get our ducks in a row and when we do our development agreement, he'd like to start relatively quickly. I know Midwest Complete Construction is here with some representatives that can answer probably that question. And understand this development agreement, he does not get the funds until he has certificates of occupancy. That means all the zoning issues, all permits have been pulled, everything are now all satisfied. And he can, it's kind of like we did with the Best building, where it kind of goes into an escrow account, if you will. He has to apply for the facade money as well. We have not received a facade application yet. But also he has applied for the CURLIF funds, which means he has to stand alone in front of the CURLIF committee, and his project has to meet the requirements. But if you want questions about the actual construction date, whatever, Midwest Complete Construction is here to answer any questions.
So what if the facade program or CURLIF denies?
That would be up to him to figure out a plan B.
Okay.
By the way, the construction company is a Rock Island firm also.
Good.
Build new homes?
I don't think so, but you can ask them, but I'm not sure if they build new homes.
Yeah. Let's do it.
All sounds like good news to me, Chandler.
It's a good start to revive a failed project, and now there's a number of things that need to take place before this can even start, but it's a good start, and we'll continue to work with them.
And Mr. Stern owns other properties, and hopefully this just...
He was Citizen of the Year last year.
That's correct.
Or this
That's
year.
exactly right. So I
Last
hope
year.
he moves it on, give these guys some more projects to work on.
Very good. Thanks.
Great. Yep. Thank you. Absolutely. There's no further discussion. I think we need a roll call.
Excuse me. Alderman Mayberry.
Yes.
Spargettis.
Yes.
Talanair.
Yes.
Parker.
Aye.
Ship.
Aye.
Geenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays. Motion carried.
Item 20.
Report from the Community and Economic Development Department regarding proposed changes to the Commercial Industrial Revolving Loan Fund Program, CURLIF.
Move to approve the proposed changes to CURLIF policies and procedures as recommended.
Second.
Move to second. Any discussion?
I was very favorably impressed with what I read in the report in terms of the changes that have been made, all for the better. And wanted to congratulate Ryan and Chandler and the mayor and anybody that was involved. I don't know all the names of all the people, but it's, I think, a good step forward.
Thank you. Need a roll call.
Alderman Mayberry.
Yes.
Spargettis.
Yes.
Talanair.
Yes.
Parker.
Aye.
Ship.
Aye.
Geenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays. Motion carried.
Item 21.
Report from the Community and Economic Development Department regarding proposed policies for the Community Garden Program.
Move to approve the proposed community garden program policies as recommended.
Second.
Move to second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Mayberry.
No.
Spargettis.
Yes.
Talanair.
Yes.
Parker.
Aye.
Ship.
Yes.
Geenan.
Aye.
Clark. 6 ayes, 1 nay.
Item 23.
Report from the city clerk regarding plaza events for the upcoming 2018 season, requesting a waiver of permit fees for the Smoking Dogs Gamma Alpha Beta Camp Keesum fundraiser on Saturday, March 24th, 2018, and Gilda's Club, Quad Cities Gilda's Run for Laughs 5K and 1 mile fun run on Saturday, April 28th, 2018.
Motion to approve the events and waiver of fees as recommended.
Second.
Move to second. Is there any discussion?
I just want to make a statement that I've long been opposed to waiving fees and still am, but I'm going to support this for other reasons. And maybe when we have goal-setting session, we can talk more about why we have fees and why we waive them.
I'll comment that it's a good thing that we have a lot of things going on in the community, activities for people to go to, whether it be a run or whether it be music or whatever it is. But I think it's wonderful that that we support these amenities for the citizens of Rock Island and the Quad Cities.
I think to your comment, James, it could be appropriate to waive the fees for fundraisers. I mean, if the point is to raise funds for a good cause, I don't see a reason that the city needs to cause less money generated for that particular cause.
I can see all sides to it, and that's why I thought we'd just talk about it at a later date.
Okay. Yep. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 24.
Report from the city clerk regarding plaza events for the upcoming 2018 season from Ribco Incorporated, Steve's Old Time Tap, the Daiquiri Factory, and the District.
Move to approve the submitted plaza events for 2018 as recommended, subject to complying with all liquor license regulations and subject to being closed down early if complaints are received.
Second.
Oop, hey, there we got that. Moved in second. Any discussion? Once again, I'll repeat what I just did in the last one, but it's good to see events happening throughout the community, whether it be up by Augustana or down on the plaza. So, positive things. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. Item 25.
Report from the city clerk regarding an application and resolution for the Corn Belt Running Club to hold their Quad Cities Distance Classic Half Marathon and 5K road races on Sunday, May 13, 2018, from 7:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m.
Move to approve the event as recommended and adopt the resolution.
Second.
Second, any discussion?
I have one or two questions. It has to do with the form that was filled out under the license application. There's two lines that ask whether the sponsor's providing barricades, yes or no, and that's not checked. And are the barricades required from the city, yes, no, and the quantity, and that's not filled out, so I wanted to have someone address that. And then I also wanted to just ask about the police department and what they're doing in conjunction with the event and what's it costing the city, if anything.
Chief could come up and tell you about that.
You know, anybody in the back row, that's me.
Tell Randy, take
We'll
those
wait.
seats up so they can't sit back.
I don't have any information in regards to the barricades, what they need for their event. That's up to the applicant to determine whether they need it, and they coordinate that with Public Works if they're borrowing them from the city. With regards to your second question as to is there any cost directly to the police department? Is that the question? Not that I'm aware of. We charge the off-duty rate for these events. We bill the event sponsor for it.
And they're paying the police department directly?
Yes.
Okay, that's what was in the contract or the documents later on. I just wanted to clarify that. And so, I don't know, does anybody else have an answer as to why they don't have the form completed for whether or not they need barricades or not?
I don't think they need anything, but I'll verify. They used to borrow cones, and then they would specifically ask, but
Good enough.
They've been-
It just looked like an omission to me on the form.
All I can say, Alderman Sprigadis, is I ran that race in 2009.
You can do it again this year.
When you were a young man.
It was a good year. Good year. There were barricades.
Yeah.
There were, and I don't know whose they were. So I'm sorry. That's all I got.
Also, because now you can take your wife with you.
Run as a family.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right, we do need a roll call, please.
Alderman Mayberry,
Yes.
Spargettis.
Yes.
Tollinaire,
yes.
Parker,
Aye.
Ship,
Aye.
Geenan,
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays, motion carried.
Item 26 is other business. Anybody else, anybody have anything for the good of the cause?
Just very briefly, I wanted to report having a conversation with a young man who is working in Rock Island but lives in Moline, is going to be moving to Davenport, not moving, his job will be moving to Davenport when he gets a promotion, but he told me that he wants to buy a house in Rock Island because in Rock Island you can get more house for the money. And so when he gets back from his vacation, which he's currently on, he'll be looking for a house in our city.
Outstanding.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. I would like to commend our young people, and hopefully at the next meeting we have in 2 weeks, was it 2 weeks? Okay. Rock Island has some of the best basketball players in the state of Illinois, especially for a city this size. Our girls team with Chrislyn Carr, who's a senior, she'll be graduating okay, this year. So if we could have something for her at the next meeting. Our boys Alderman team, basketball team, has already won the regional, okay? Augustana College has won CCIW, and we're going into March Madness. We need to recognize these basketball players. And as most of you know, Rocky is playing UT as we sit here tonight. So we will know more about that in 2 weeks. But if we could, we need to recognize these young people, because most of them are not only good basketball players, they're excellent athletes and academics. So if we, the city, could do something, especially with Chrislyn, because her season is over, our girls. I won't say got cheated, but they got cheated, okay?
A little overtime, but
Well, the free throws that we shot and the other team don't add up. But it cannot be done over, okay? It's history. Thank you.
thank you. Anybody else for?
Yeah, Mayor, I do have, I know at our last council meeting, for those who were here and those watching at home, there was some tension. I had been very heated in my commentary back and forth with those representing realtors and home builders here in the Quad Cities. I wanted to follow up on that conversation without picking on folks who aren't here to defend themselves. But just to say that at this point, I am still very unconvinced of the central argument that what we've done is take away homeowners' choice with approving the fire sprinklers. There is an entire litany of things that go into home construction that pertain to safety that the homeowner has no idea about. Same thing with car manufacturing. No idea about that are all regulated through agencies and laws that are there for their safety. But what they see is the final product and the cost for that final product. So it was this idea of choice. And right now, the only choice someone in Rock Island has to buy a new home is to choose between Bettendorf, Pleasant Valley, Davenport, maybe even Moline. That's their choice. Their choice is to buy it somewhere else in the Quad Cities, where the building is happening, where the marketing is happening, where the investment has been put in, and it's not here. And to the broader point of this whole conversation, we have had no conversation for years with these folks. And I think some of them who were here 2 weekends ago, or 2 weeks ago, it may have been the first time that they were in City Hall. But they were all here. And we've started this conversation, and maybe we've started it out on sort of hostile terms. But the point I want to make is that we need to have a conversation much sooner than later about what it is we can do to put that choice here, that real choice of where people in this city can buy homes, where this young man can consider the great used home values that we have versus a new home construction. And what the city is willing to do, because I'm not a fan of unfunded mandates. And so if there's something that we can do to help rebate the cost of these sprinklers and then market the edge that these homes are the safest in the Quad Cities. I believe a home with sprinklers and working fire alarms is going to be the safest home. And even if it's a margin of 0.2 versus 0.5, when you read in the newspaper about the person who died or the person who lost their entire home, it happens fairly regularly, and so the future is obviously we don't have that at all. And I think we're trying to be a trendsetter in that regard. But I feel that the conversation has been disingenuous by those who want us to take away the decision that we've made. And I really want to have an honest conversation about how do we really put choice in this market in the Quad Cities, in Rock Island. We have thousands of real estate transactions each year. I think we were 1,700 on Zillow, I checked, for last year. Very comparable to our neighboring cities in terms of just the raw number of real estate transactions. People are buying property in this city, homes, apartments, buildings. And I am convinced if someone had the option to buy a new home in this city, they would buy it here if they could. but there's none right now. And so my call, I hope that the full-page ads and the mailers that are attacking us can stop, and we can have a real conversation as adults and talk about the resources that we have to be good partners to get homes in Rock Island, because we need them.
Thank you. All right. Nobody has signed up to speak, so I think we're on to item 27.
Executive session, 5 ILCS 120, Section 2, C2, collective negotiating matters between the public body and its employees or their representatives.
Move to go into executive session for the exception cited.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion on that? Roll call.
Alderman Mayberry.
Yes.
Spargettis.
Yes.
Talanair.
Yes. Aye.
Shipp. Aye. Geenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
7 ayes, no nays. Motion carried.
Thank you.